the Myth of Soma podcast with your hosts, Cupid and Sub-Zero. It's time to get your weekly Soma news, updates, and of course, who's been winning the Guild Village War. So put your stinger bow down, take off your bone boots, and sit back, relax, and enjoy.
Welcome to the Myth of Soma podcast, episode 4. So this is more of the midweek kind of recap, or kind of mini podcast before we do kind of the big one at the weekend with all the fun stuff like PK of the week and all that stuff. So we're just basically going to have a bit of a recap over some of the things that we spoke about on the last one with Hawk Moon and stuff that's been going on in game over the last few days and stuff that's been going on in the forums. So this is again more of a listening podcast. So if you want to listen to it while you're hunting or driving or whatever you want to do. Tom, do you want to start off with our agenda?
We are having a video in this one. I know.
Was a video in?
The video. Well, we're going to have me hunting Valts because I had a few people going, "Yo, mate, it was pretty boring just looking at an old screenshot. Can we just watch you do some hunting at least?" And I'm like, "If you want to watch me hunt for half an hour, mate, I'll put a video on of me hunting. That's fine."
You might get a legendary thingy wand.
So yeah, here you go. Here's me hunting for the most hated thing I hate. I can't do it. I hate it. So thanks for making me do that.
At least you got to do it.
Yeah, at least I'm doing it now. I'm not leaving it all to Rocky. So yeah, there we go. We wanted to discuss a few things because the episode 3 went crazy. Like, we brought it out, we stuck it on the forums, we said go and discuss it, and left it all to you. And I think like within the first day of it going on, there was like 3 or 4 pages, and I think we recorded it on Sunday, and it's now Wednesday. Is it Wednesday? Yeah, it's Wednesday, and it's got 10 pages of just like people talking all about it and discussing things and giving the feedback. And there's been some amazing feedback, some really good ideas. People disagreeing with things, people agreeing with things. We accept everybody's decision, what they think and what they like, and we take it on board. But we wanted to do this. This is episode 4, but it's also to discuss what was a lot of what was said in episode 3. So yeah, Matty, what shall we say about it?
So obviously we spoke about like how to stop people like logging off the game. That was the main issue, and there's been
I got a devil's blood.
Oh, we're rich. We're gonna we were trying to discuss options and ideas, and that was really the main issue. Is like what can we do to stop people logging off the game? I.e., if you've been chased from spawn to spawn, or you can't hunt, or whatever reason it may be, or you're being griefed. What it may be, and there was some great ideas. Obviously, Holtman came up with the map idea, like a PvE map. That was my favourite idea. Tom came up with the idea of more spawns spread out, so there's like boars and shamans and BLG and all the maps, but small spawns. There was some ideas of potions that you can buy, or you trade or you create whatever that stops you getting PK'd for an X amount of time. There was tons of ideas, and if you want to read the forum, you can see them. But I think what people kind of went off track a little bit. They started kind of turning it into, oh, you just want to level sub in peace. I was like, well, I'll never level Matty in peace. Matty got hounded constantly, and I'm used to it, and it's fine. But my issue is, it's like when you can't play the game anymore. And it's not just me. I've had people like OCD message me really nice messages and talking about it. QX Jiang, however you pronounce it, he was messaging me. I literally, about 10 minutes ago, I'm at Shanice now, and Sam, who plays D-Zone, was on Lord Q's tanking for his noob, saying, "Look, I don't want any PK. I just want to level my character." I was like, "That's fine, mate. I'm just going to level and chill for a bit." So it's not just me. That's like, off the top of my head, 3 messages straight away from the rival guild, as it were, saying like, I agree with what you're saying. And the issue is, it needs to be an automated solution to the problem. That's what it needs to be. And I think a lot of people were missing the point. They were saying, "Oh, the guild leaders can sort it out." I know that won't work, because what if the guild leaders aren't online, for starters? Leave it to the gems. Ghost Swords has said he's only going to check messages once to twice a week, which is fine. That's it's totally down to him. And to be honest, that's all that really should be needed. He shouldn't need to be checking messages every day. So whatever, and obviously Dan doesn't have time to, he doesn't want to babysit us all. It's not his job. So whatever the solution is, and I don't know what the correct one is. I have my favorites, and I have some that I think are good ideas. It needs to be something that's implemented into the game that takes care of itself, that doesn't require somebody manually doing something. I mean, I'm a big fan of that generally in life, kind of the whole automation thing. So again, that was the principle of the post, and that was a principle of really the topic of the discussion on that thing. It was all like the people were blaming people and saying you do this and you do that. It doesn't matter. Like the issue is still here. The issue is still in the game. You want to make as many people enjoy the game as much as possible. That's the goal at the end of the day, isn't it? Every time I've done my videos from day one, it's always been to improve the user count, to improve as many people play the game, to bring it back to, its glory days. And at the moment it is, the Guild Village Wars are as busy as Soma. What do you think, Tom?
Yeah, I think people have, it's hard. Because there's some people on the forums that love the PK, obviously. Like we do. Me and Matty do. Me and Matty love the PK. But like Matty said, all we're trying to prevent is people from not being able to hunt. Completely. Right? And a few people on the forums, right, I'm going to shout it out right now. A few people on the forums are saying that I'm showing my true colours in-game. But on the forums and on this cast, I'm totally different. But wait a minute, for one, I don't even really have. Obviously I have access to Rocky and could go kill people, but I don't really PK with him, I only PK with Cupid. And I can't even kill anyone, right? So I can't PK anywhere. Yeah, I do have magic attack gear, but I don't use it, I don't do it for PKing. But, oh, I got a health whistle, yes. And a rare golden thunder rod, yes. Anyway, so I don't know where this has come from, where supposedly I followed people from spawn to spawn after me talking about it being a bad thing and Matty being a bad thing. What I want to say is now, if you've got any evidence of me doing that on Cupid or any character that me and Matty or Rocky play, send it me and I will personally send it to Dan Silver, because I can pretty much guarantee I haven't done that. I know I haven't done that. So I don't understand where this has come from. People. I
think the main issue, I think where this is coming from, it was Nutsel got warped out of D3 last night. When P came back on, VK went for a PK run, went down to D3. I think Nutsel either died or warped from there, and then we gathered at Guild Village because we were gonna try and get a PK war going, and Nutsel warped into the Guild Village, and obviously got either warped out or killed, whatever. And I think that's where it came from. That's why he logged off and said to somebody who said to somebody else, I can't hunt. When reality, I'm not really against that, because you killed him in one spawn and he warped to the Guild Village where that shit kicks off all the time. The Guild Village isn't a spawn. So we didn't go to a bias shaman or another shaman, spawn. There's only two in there. So yeah, if we killed him at a bias shaman spawn, yeah, that's against the rules in my opinion. That shouldn't happen. And we were doing a few PK runs yesterday, and somebody literally ran from. They didn't even run to the same spawn. They ran from Shanice to Apus, and I was like, well, technically they've changed spawns. So I was going to leave him, so we left him. So Nutsel didn't get chased from spawn to spawn. He got chased from one spawn and walked to Guild Village, where we were all at waiting for a PK war, which kicked off, obviously, not long after that. And again, I don't agree with anybody doing the spawn-to-spawn chase, and I think if it does happen, a lot of the time when it does happen, it's, say, somebody's from the same guilds. Let's say, for example, someone from VK killed somebody at a Bias Boars. Then somebody from No Mercy kills the same person at VOD Boars. Things like that are happening. Okay, I agree. Things like that are happening. Communication between the allied guilds is a bit difficult, because you can't, unless you pause check everyone who's online and you got to PM them. It's quite difficult to do. So maybe, an alliance chat would help and say, look, we just killed, X person at this spawn, leave him. Something like that might help. Again, it's a suggestion, it's an idea. So again, throw your ideas on there. But again, the issue. Going back to the issue, the issue is we need to stop people logging off.
Yeah, exactly. Yesterday, right, in this PK war, Monster Man was at VOD Bars, right, and we was PKing all over VOD yesterday. There was a few of us on, quite a few of us, on Discord and everything. We was properly PKing, and we saw Monster Man at VOD Bars, so we went and killed him, and he walked. And I said to everybody in the guild, in the Discord, right, if he's at a bias boss now, nobody touches him. You leave him alone. And they all said, yeah, that's fine. That's fine. So we are doing it. So for people to come out and say we're not, and to actually directly say that I'm not being true to my words is absolute rubbish. If you have any evidence, you posted some screenshots of me saying, imagine trying to play Sub-Zero. Yeah, because Matty is like completely hunted all the time. He physically cannot hunt half the time because somebody comes and fucking PKs him. It's ridiculous. It's all the time. If it were now and again, it's all right, but it's all the time. Matty even messaged John Hawkmoon and said, I don't know who this guy is on this low-level character, but can you ask him to just, like, kind of leave me alone because it's getting ridiculous now? You know, Matty had to log on to another character that was capped and stand next to his character he was leveling just so he could stop people PKing it. I'm sorry, but somebody shouldn't have to protect themselves all day just because somebody wants to kill Matty. You know, so it's ridiculous.
So we were all trying to find, you know, I think working as a community, we're trying to find a solution to it. And like, for example, Monster Man walked back into the guild village after the war, and we killed him once, and he goes, look, I'm just trying to hunt. So we all left him. 10 of us just left him, and that's fine. And I think just a bit of communication is needed in things like this. So, but again, I'm going to reiterate it. There needs to be something implemented that gives people an automated option. And I'm thinking kind of long term as well. I'm thinking, look, in say 2 months' time, when everyone's kind of, or most people are 110, mags are going to be rammed because there's more people playing now than before the cap raise. Can you imagine, you know, if everyone was capped now, how many people would be mags at like 10 o'clock at night? It'd be insane. You'd have about 30 people there. It's just going to be a war zone, and people are going to really struggle hunting at the main thing. So I think that's just why I'm saying like a second mag spawn that isn't as good as VOD, a bit like the whole bias, you know, spawns and the BLG spawns. Obviously, the VOD ones are better than the bias ones, and the controlling guild can control the best spawn. The guild who aren't winning the fight can go to the other spawn. That happens on all games. In lots of MMOs, and that's fine. That's fine because you've got the option. You can go and hunt, you know, your other spawn with your guild if you can't take over the big spawn. I'm a fan of that, but I'm not a fan of obviously chasing spawn to spawn. Blah 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 blah. Anyway. Let's put this one to bed because the solutions, we're going to leave it down to the GMs. I think a lot of people have come up with some great ideas for it. But again, this isn't aimed at anybody, but I think we all need to work together to try and find a better solution for this. But something that, again, isn't a manual thing. It's something that's automated into game. Okay, let's go on to point 2 because I'm fed up of talking about this shit.
Yeah, we need to put it to bed now. But yeah, going to the... I don't like the new map idea. Matty loves it. I know John liked it, and a few people have said they like it. I don't like it, and it does split the user count. Dan hit the nail on the head with it. If we put a new map in, it'll split the user count even more. The user count's obviously a small, tight-knit community anyway. I think putting another map into a game with already a load of other maps is pointless. Yeah, okay, you could make it PK free, but I also don't want a PK free map. This game's all about PKing. I prefer people not to hunt in total like peace in a sense. I'd like it to be a bit more PK, but my understanding is I want them just to be more spawns. Like, why can't I hunt Valks in somewhere else? You know, in VOD or in wherever, in the even in the Abyss. You know, yeah. So that's all my thing, and I think that'd help. In my opinion. It'd help PKing because you'd have more spawns to go to. If you had 5 different areas to hunt,
I think that along with Alliance Chat it'd definitely help. Because if you could put in if Alliance Chat was something like /A and then you talk like it was on Albion, I think it was Albion, it was that, wasn't it? Yeah. You could just put /A just killed Monster Man at bias balls, whatever. And then you know that that's kind of it. So if someone had bumped into him at the other balls, you just know not to bother.
But alliances aren't even in yet, are they? You can't alliance with people.
No, there was talk of an alliance chat, and
you should be able to because do you know what? Also, I think it'd be good for alliance. If you alliance, right? So say there's me and there's VK and there's No Mercy. If VK and No Mercy win the guild village, right? And then No Mercy win it. So VK win it the first week for day 1, and then day 2, No Mercy win it, right? I think it should drop percent because the same alliance has won it on consecutive days. So say if DL win it and then Titans win it, the percent drops for both guilds. Because to be honest, No Mercy and VK are one guild. The only reason we're two separate guilds is because we can't all fit into one. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
So
I think Guild Village works at the moment, though. That's what I'm saying.
It does work, but I think you still could. I don't know why we just don't open up the amount of people you can have in it, because it's split anyway. DL and Titans have to be two guilds because it's split the rivalry, and No Mercy and VK have to be. So
this was discussed on forum about 4 months ago or something. I remember because I commented on it, and the one that Ghostwood agreed with was an alliance chat. Keep the guilds the same numbers, just an alliance chat.
Yeah.
Maybe you could do it where
just let us alliance then. Let us make an alliance.
Just an alliance chat, and then at least you know what's going on with each other. It'll help with, obviously, because there's more than 30 per side now, as it were. It would help in like the PK wars, which is our point number 2 is PK wars. Let's talk about that now. So last night, as of Wednesday, the 7th of February 2018, we had one that. In fact, we had my favourite PK war ever.
No, it was yesterday, Tuesday. Not Wednesday.
Yeah, as of Wednesday last night.
Oh, as of Wednesday
last night. If that's right, the right content, if you know what I mean. Yeah. We had a PK war that I've done a video on. It's on the forum. I think I've called it PK February whatever number 1, because obviously it's going to be more. And that was one of the greatest PK wars I've seen, because the numbers were pretty even, and there was loads of different parts to it. It was kind of like DL kind of went and wiped everybody from all the maps first, and then we kind of got some numbers on. They held the Guild Village, so we ran at them in Guild Village, and then it was just so many different moments, and I've got it all on film, but it was so long to do. I couldn't fit it all in properly into a watchable video. Then they went inside in the courtyard. There was a choke, obviously, where you walk in, and then it just kind of kicked off again all on the outside. Oh yeah, that was it. We rushed in and returned, didn't we, or something like that?
Yeah, we rushed to Village, and then when they were pushed so far back, they started warping, so we just returned.
Yeah, it was great. It was good fun, I think, on all sides. And I had like Takeshi and people like message me after saying, great war and all that stuff. OCD after messaged me saying, do you want to go again? And we'll get some more numbers. I was like, yeah, I will see. We'll see what happens. It was getting quite late at this point as well, and I don't like staying up after 12. But it was just needs to be more. That is the best part of Soma, in my opinion. The PvP, the PK, where it's kind of just like, it was like a 20v20 kind of just rumble. It was great, and I think everybody really enjoyed it. And there's a lot of comments on tanks and zombies on the forum, which I want to talk about a little bit. People saying that the zombie's OP. I don't think it is. I think zombie is a needed spell. I think it's something that...
I got an Azure staff!
What tag?
I can't pick it up, I'm full. Do I need spirit earrings? No. Drop them.
What tag is it?
Just normal.
Bloody hell. Anyway. So like the tank, there was tanks. It was kind of Cupid on as a VK tank, and then there was people like Gandalf, and Pap and Percutin and people like that. Oh, was Percutin there? No, he wasn't there. Anyway, they're stoners. I remember Gandalf being kind of one of the main ones. And those characters are needed to make the wars fun, I think. And imagine if you took no tanks, if it's just mages and archers, it would just be 2 lines just hitting each other at range.
Yeah,
no one would commit. No one would do anything. It'd be boring as fuck. And I was on Cupid last night, and I'm not the best at playing Cupid, to be honest with you, as I've said before.
I kept shouting at you.
That's why it died 10 times, because I'm shit at playing the tank. I've always played an archer. In every game, I always play an archer, so I'm not really used to playing that. But it was good fun, and I really enjoyed it. I said, look, I'm going to try and go in and stone this person, and obviously I died a lot, but obviously because of Cupid, we secured a lot of kills as well. And really the tank's job is that, it's the risk of running in, try and get a stun on somebody so they can't move, and then and jump on them. In Albion, it was exactly the same. We had the tank roll, they normally jump, stone them, and then all the DPSs kind of take over. It works, and that's how a lot of MMOs work. So the tank build, and obviously you can tell with the new items, they're trying to bring the tank build on a little bit, because it does make everything more fun. It makes Guild Village War more fun. Race versus race. Imagine kind of a 200 strength character with all these new upgrades with huge defense. That'd be great, tanking against the devils. So it's just going to make the game more fun in general, and there does need to be those characters with survivability, because it is so easy to die now. Like, damage is so ridiculous, but if you are a archer, your goal, in any game, that the archer is never tanky. The archer is always the guy who stands at the back, deals out a shitload of damage, but does die easy. The mage, exactly the same. You're a glass cannon. You deal the most damage in the game, but you do die easy. The tank is meant to survive. It's meant to run around, try and stun people. If it dies, it dies. It doesn't really, it doesn't really matter. But I think that's why the PK war was so fun last night, because there was multiple tanks on each side, there was multiple archers, there was multiple mages, there was a great mix of everything. And somebody mentioned about nice to see a few different weapons. Yes, it would, but in that situation, nobody's going to choose a sword because over a bow, because you're just going to die if you're running with a sword with all attack gear on. You've got no survivability. You've got no magic defense. So yes, it would be nice to see other builds and other things, but it's not going to happen at the moment because of what I just said then. What do you think, Tom?
Yeah, people are saying nerf zombie. It's too strong. You know my points, and I stick to my word. If it does get nerfed or taken out or something changed, I think I'm done with Soma, honestly. And I've told all VK that, because people are saying, "Oh, Cupid can't tank that many people." We've got a video of Cupid running into the... Matty's got it, the video of running into the guild village yesterday when we were all line by line. And he is literally flashing like a lighthouse beacon, like as a PD. And you want to see how much damage he is taking, and he can just sit there. Everybody's casting and hitting him. But as soon as that zombie procs on him, he dies. And a tank should not be able to sit there for that long without dying. It's got to die at some point, like whether it's running out of pots. Yes, it will die when it runs out of pots, but then you're just going to walk. But people play the tank and support role. I do. I love playing the tank and support role on Cupid. If I didn't have a zombie, I wouldn't play it. I'd just play an archer and stand at the back, or a mage, because there'd be no point. So you basically if you take away zombie, the only thing I can do is stone people. And what weaken him? Well, yeah, weaken is strong, but it doesn't secure a kill.
And the archers have no advantage with weaken either. Yeah. Like melee attack, so yeah. Everyone would just go mage, because that'd be
everyone would just go mage, yeah. And
zombie, if someone's locked on, zombie is more of a, obviously it does help with. It is more of a effective in when someone's locked onto them with bow. Like if you got a fast bow locked on someone, they're potting, then you hit the zombie. They're already potting. They've got to switch to hit the serum quickly, and I caught that up a lot. I'm not very good at that at all. It's a skill thing, but I know some people who get hit with zombie and they're really good at switching, and really good at getting it off quick.
Yeah, I do. That's what I was shouting at you last night, wasn't I? I was shouting, get zombie off, and you were like, it's too much. And I was like, dude,
do it.
Dude, I never die with zombie on because I'm so quick. Like, you get used to it. It just seems like you train yourself into. When I first started playing Cupid, I got wrecked all the time. I was like, this zombie's way OP. I cannot play with this zombie. I was getting wrecked. Soon as it were on me, I was dead. And now, like, I've, in a sense, trained myself. So as soon as I see anything, that green zombie on me, I'm pressing my button where my serums are instantly and getting it off. And I don't die as much now on Cupid. And I don't understand all this get rid of zombie. I don't think Dan will, honestly, because I think he knows it needs to stay in. But yeah, just my 2 cents. If it does get removed, I just couldn't be bothered. I'd probably go back to Albion and play a support where I can stun people. Because on Albion, I know we're going back to it and going to a different game. But on Albion, you play a tank support role and you can jump in. You can jump on the enemy. You can full stun lock them. You can silence them so they can't use any spells, and push them into your teammates and shit. You can do all that. It makes it so fun playing a tank support role. If they took that out of Soma, it'd literally be running in 5th stone. Guys, I 5th stoned him, now do all the damage. I'll just sit here till I can 5th stone again. Alright, is that all I get to do? Pretty much, yeah. That's all you got. That's all you can do. So zombie makes the support role actually relevant, you know? And it is like an assist kill. It is like an assist kill. When you cast that zombie on someone, they do die a lot of the time. It's kind of the weaken for melee as well. Like obviously, when you magic, you can one hit people with magic and weaken. We know that. Zombie is the kind of the melee equivalent. So it does need to stay in my opinion. And you don't want it so nobody dies. Obviously, damage is high. But if you look at it last night, it's not like everybody gets wiped.
You know, I've seen games where, you know, you could stand 20v20 and everyone gets wiped like with a certain spell and stuff. It's not like that. It's still quite difficult to kill somebody, if you know what I mean. You know, it's all about how good you are at the gameplay as well and your position and things. But last night, I thought the balance of it all, the mages, the archers, the tanks, I thought it was pretty good. It was the best I've seen. It wasn't like, you know, one tank and 10 mages versus just archers, for example, like it has been in the past. So
they were amazing last night. I had a right good time. I prefer that than open world chasing people around PKing.
Yes, yeah, I agree. I think there needs to be more of that in whatever way, shape, or form.
And in the end, right, DL did lose a few numbers, right, and they decided not to fight anymore, right. We were all at Guild Village. If KDR was removed from the website, right, would you guys that all went and thought, sod it, I'm not doing it anymore, I've died too many times, would you have come back and fought and just thought, do you know what, it don't matter if I die, don't matter if I die, let's just keep fighting, I don't care if it's 10v20, let's just keep fighting, I don't care about the KD. Good point. Do you know what I mean? So would you guys have carried on fighting? Because we were there for what, a good half an hour or so?
Probably longer than that.
Yeah. And I think if KDR, I've said this a few times, if KDR wasn't there, I think it would have been. I think they would have stayed longer. I know a few VK logged off. I think people would have stayed longer. So
I think removing KDR will stop a lot of griefing as well, and a lot of pointless PK. You know what I mean? I know a lot of people kind of boost their KDR by griefing people in both guilds. I know I'm not going to name anybody, but it's quite obvious who's done it. And it's like, well, that wouldn't happen if you didn't give a shit about what it said on the website. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And like you say, it doesn't tell the story, but the feed tells you. We added up the score at the feed. Well, it actually went. The full page was PK. I think we added up something like 74 to 22 to VK. But again, it doesn't matter. Doesn't care, but it's nice to just see that score, and I've said this before, just to see the end of it, go, right guys, this it's like a football match, isn't it? This is kind of the score of it. This is what happened at the end of it. But then it doesn't stay there forever. It's just a bit of a, right, this is what happened. And then if it was the other way around, if it was 74 to 22 the other way, I'd be like, right guys, what can we do better next time? Who can improve? Who was fucking shit? You know, what can we, and I think the feed helps with that, and it's good that it goes, and once it's gone, you never see it again, so who cares? You know, so but yeah, but KDR, it's all that, you know, it's there forever, as it were. I agree, and I think
we added it up, didn't we, the kills?
Yeah, 74-22, but it went on a little bit further than that. But that was near enough at the beginning. But it was like literally the whole page, so there was over 100 kills. But it was just awesome. It was just carnage. You know, obviously from that video you can see, and yeah, that is the best part of the whole game, because you know, you want to level up, you want to get strong, you want to get better items for situations like that, because that's what it's all about in my opinion for Soma. You know, the kind of the end game PvP is all about that. You know, running around VOD with 10 of you trying to kill one person, yeah, it's okay for like 5 minutes a day, but it's not the kind of the be all and end all of it, and it gets quite boring both ways. So yeah, you know, hats off to DL, because that was a great fight, and we did have a really good battle. And again, it had loads of nice PMs, and there was no bullshit. There was no like Death Note shouted GG at the end of it, and loads of people did. There was not one brag at all, which is what I like to see. There was not one. Yeah. And I don't want to sound like I'm bragging with the number thing. That is just generally what it was. I'm not saying I don't give a shit. I really don't care what numbers it was. If it was the other way around, again, I would have done exactly the same. Would have said the same. Would have posted the same video. Nothing would have changed. And I think hats off to everybody in the community for that, because if that would have happened 6 months ago, there would have been just so much crap talk after that. There would have been so much bullshit, and there wasn't, and it was nice to see. And I think everyone's kind of getting the idea of that now, the message of it. It's just better for everybody.
It has become a lot better. Everything. Yeah. Soma is becoming better. It's reminding me of the good old days where we all need to be friends, you know? We're all playing a very old game that if you stuck this on in the game shop down in town, would people buy Soma? Probably not, right? We're not kidding ourselves here. They're probably not. So the people that are playing Soma are people that love the game, that have loved the game since kids, since we were all kids. Let's just play it together, you know, and just enjoy it. Because if we weren't here, all of us, if all of us wasn't here, Soma wouldn't even be around, you know. So we have to keep the community going. We have to keep people trying to play. We need to try to keep recruiting people to come play the game. I know a few people have got their kids playing it now, and their friends and their cousins and all this, and that's where the new players are coming from. So yeah, let's just try and be friends and keep it going. Guild Village Wars tonight. Can't wait. Look forward to it.
And that's what, like Hormoon said on the last episode, people are coming back because they see it's good now, because they see it's better. And I think there was a time, kind of just before I started, where, well, actually when I started, it was just basically DL dominated everything, and that was it. They had no competition. And I'm sure that gets boring for them, and it was pretty much boring for the rest of the server because there was not much really happening. At least now there's a rivalry that just needs to become a little bit healthier.
Yeah, the rivalry is good now. I think the numbers are very similar. I know a lot of my guys, VK, say, DL have got so many, DL have got so many. Yeah, but DL have got a lot, but so have we when everybody gets online and plays and
if everybody shows up.
If everybody shows up, you know.
I was actually surprised last Guild Village War that we won. I thought when I looked at those numbers, I thought no. And then for some reason at the end we had a load of people log on. So numbers are bang on. You know, it's just tit for tat every week. It's 50-50, you know, which I like to see. So it's good. I think number wise it's good. Again, imagine like a third kind of power coming through, like maybe Korea might make another appearance or something like that. Would be quite nice, just to give a kind of a third option in PvP and things. But obviously you can't just force them to do it. But it would be nice to have a kind of a brand new. I think Korea and China probably the only kind of guilds that could probably compete with.
I tell you what though, Espada, we're at the last Guild Village, and if you look at the video carefully that I post up, I think it's Disco Biscuit is his name. Yeah, Disco Biscuit. Disco Biscuit was under the stone, right, in Espada Guild, and if he'd have just walked on the stone at the very end, even if he'd have died on it, Espada would have won. No lie.
Interesting, yeah.
Yeah, if you check that video out, you'll see him. He's right under the stone. And sadly, we won right in the end because it ran out. But if it had been an extra 20-30 seconds and he'd have got on, Espada would have won Guild Village last war. And I'm sure Espada were that close to winning. Have they been PK'd all week since we won it, since DL were there, since everyone were there? No, I hope not. Because we said we want them to turn up, we want them to fight everybody. Don't just fight DL, don't just fight VK, fight for yourselves. And it seems like they did. And yeah, he nearly won. That was really good to see.
Yes, good work. I mean, yeah, there's so many people who, I think people, if you just want to come to Guild Village War, just come anyway, come have a look. Just make it busier, you know, come and see what's cracking off. You don't have to. I know some people like to stand in peace mode behind the desk, and that's fine. Stand in peace mode and watch. Like, I know Demon comes on his Diamond, how do you pronounce it? Comes on his store character and just kind of watches. That's cool, because at least he gets to see what's going off, you know. So if you just want to come and just watch, if you don't want to take part, that's fine. Just come and watch. Stand in peace mode. Go and stand behind the little desk thing at the top. At least come and see what's cracking off, because you'll see. You know,
I think Demon should. That Demon guy, I think he should take part with Espada. I think if him and his mate, Soma Wizard, and that Disco Biscuit, and a few of the other Espada guys, I think if they actually did come and just try, and right at the end, if you look at right at the end, there's not a lot of damage gets kicked out at the end, because everybody's focusing on trying to get on the stone. So all you have to do is get round that stone with as many pots as you can and try get on, and I'm telling you, you can win. Matty, you did it on Feint and Science when you had hardly any numbers, so it can be done. Just come and do it. Don't think, oh, I can't, I'll have to come on the stone and stand behind the table. Just come and fight. Come and fight. It's free pots as well. It doesn't even cost you anything. It costs you nothing to come, because you use the free pots, so it costs you nothing. Just come and have a go. No one's going to hold anything against you. I know Demon records videos. Do a video on your part. For Espada coming to first Guild Village War and actually going to try. Do a video. Show us your point of it. You know? Do it. Let us have a look at it from someone else's point of view. We always see DL's and VK's point of view. Come and do yours. So yeah, come along. We want more people to take part. And like we said, you're not going to get attacked in the open world. We're not going to do anything. Especially VK, we're drilling this into all our guys just to leave people alone, man. there. If you, the DL and Titans and No Mercy and Vikings rivalry will stay as it is, and we'll all PK as much as we want and as we can. It will always happen. But yeah, we don't care about Espada, we don't care about Mistress. Just let them be, you know. I tell you what, I wonder what would happen, Matty, right? Thinking of this. If you left No Mercy on Sub-Zero and put yourself in Espada or Mistress, right? Because you know we've obviously said, we've said that we're not attacking Espada and we're not attacking so-and-so. I wonder if you went into them guilds, would you be left in peace? Maybe we should try that, honestly. Honestly, we should just try it and just see if people are truly to will, because we've said we don't want to attack Espada, we don't want to attack Mistress. Let's leave it as that. So maybe we should put sub in there.
I mean, I'm not about getting attacked. It's just it's the
constant.
You know, it's the following from spawn to spawn. I don't like that. That's basically what it is. It's the if you stop, and I've got videos of various characters doing it, and it's like, anyway, we spoke about that. I can't be arsed. Yeah. So yeah, PK War was awesome last night. I think there needs to be more of that. Check the video out on the forum of that if you haven't yet. Guild Village War tonight, which I'm looking forward to. I think that'll be good. I can actually make it. All the other things we're kind of going to leave till Sunday. You know, we're going to do Player of the Week on Sunday. We're going to do PK of the Week on Sunday. So if you want to send your nominations in, then
yeah, we need nominations for Player of the Week and PK of the Week. Obviously, because we had a big PK. Well, we have some people that we have in mind, but we want to spread it around and let everybody. If you've got a video of anybody, PK of the Week, let us know.
Be nice to see some D-Soma PK videos as well, you know?
Yeah, D-Soma.
So, like, who is it who always shouts? Arya and
Brainstorm, Afro, Manticore.
All them lots.
Stones,
if you want to record
as well.
Send us some stuff, yeah.
Stones, go and get some triple kills and quadra kills and send them in, man, with that fifth knuckle. I want to see it. Yeah, so let's see them. The new items we talked about last time, we haven't been able to test them properly. We've seen a few things on the forums, but we haven't got any. We are actively buying them. Shout out that we are buying all new upgrades, tab for tab, 2 tabs for 1, whatever, just PM, Cupid or Sub-Zero, we're buying. Because we need to do some testing on it, so... I have got the new bracelet of Wardens. We managed to get that, didn't we, Matty?
Yeah, we got some.
And they work really well, so...
I think Loopy said that he tested, what did he test? Something on the Nightmare Pants, but I can't remember if it was a 2-2 defense or 2-2 magic.
I think it was 2-2. Yeah.
Magic, wasn't it?
Yeah,
and I think so.
Magic.
So Nightmare armor can be upgraded magic-wise. I think that's going to be a game changer. I really do.
Yeah.
I think magic defense needs to be improved massively on all kind of scales, really. So yeah, we'll see what happens with them in the future. And if any new items are out soon, we'll update you on them. But yeah, I want to keep this podcast short and sweet. We've spoke about quite a few things. We've probably gone over actually the time and I wanted to do it really, but this is kind of just a little mini week catch up, and then we'll do the big one on over the weekend with somebody, some special guest.
Yeah, Sunday. Hopefully, I'm away this weekend. I know Matt is busy on Sunday, so we're gonna try to do it Sunday, maybe Sunday evening. Hopefully, as best we can. To fit in with real life stuff. If not, we'll do it probably Monday morning, me and Matty, and then get it out Monday as early as we can. But we're going to push for Sunday, so everyone stay tuned with Sunday. Anybody that wants to join us, send me a message, or Matty, send us a message and tell us you want to be on, and we'll try get somebody on with us on Sunday. We want somebody on Sunday with us. We've got a few people in mind that we're going to ask, but we really want anybody to come online and come and have a discussion with us, because the last one, oh man, it brought up some right debate on the forums, which is what we want. So let's see what we can do. Hit me up as soon as you can so we can sort out Sunday. So yeah, PK of the Week, Player of the Week, both will be announced on Sunday. Send in your suggestions. I need to know is why he should be Player of the Week. Leon John messaged me, said thank you very much for winning. Did he speak to you, Mike?
He left a comment on my YouTube channel, yeah.
Yeah, he messaged me in game saying thanks a lot, I really appreciate it. Well, John, Leon, we appreciate everything that you've done for the Soma community. It's massive, mate, and thanks for that again. Massive respect to you for what you've done, as Hawk Moon said in the last one. But that's pretty much it for today, lads. boys and girls. Oh yeah, Linny said to me, why can't you talk a bit more about all the real life stuff? So yeah, today it's a very sunny day. I live in Yorkshire. It's a very sunny day in Yorkshire today. Blue skies, loving it. Looking out the window right now, loving it. So yeah, the weather's grand today. How's the weather in where you are, Matty?
It's all fucking frozen outside of you.
It's
What does she mean, real life stuff? Like, our real life
I
stuff?
said to her, I was like, what do you want us to talk about? This is about Soma. And she was like, real life stuff. And I went, this isn't loose swimming, Linny. This is not loose swimming. Loose swimming starts at 12 o'clock, I think, on a daily basis. Go watch some loose swimming. She was like, I don't watch loose swimming. I was like, yeah, tell us all. Sat there in town chatting loose swimming, mate. So anyway, yeah, so there you go. There's a bit of real life stuff for you. It's sunny today in Yorkshire, and it's icy where Matty is, wherever Matty is in Lancashire.
Near Macclesfield, near Cheshire.
Yeah,
well, in Cheshire.
Yeah, posh boy.
Literally the middle of nowhere,
Posh
like
boy.
in the woods. Yeah.
So yeah, it's been. Thanks for listening, everyone. We'll catch you on Sunday. Thank you very much, and it's goodbye from me, Tom, Cupid in game.
And it's goodbye from me, Sub-Zero, with an X in game.
We hope you enjoyed the Myth of Soma podcast. To download the game for free, visit myth-of-soma.com. Until next time, Soma fans,